I do.
Oh, awesome.
I got hold of it.
Let's welcome back Bruce from WWT.
All right, so I'm going to do this a little military style. So for those in the house, you guys know what I'm about to do. It's a pleasure to present the Military Service Award to Carlos Gomez Perez. Attention to award. The Silver Star was presented to Lance Corporal Carlos Gomez Perez, United States Marine Corps, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action against the enemy while serving as a fire team leader, 1st Platoon, Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 1st Marine Regiment, Regimental Combat Team, 1st Marine Division, U.S. Marine Corps, Central Command, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom on 26 April 2004. While conducting security patrols in Fallujah, Iraq, Lance Corporal Gomez platoon secured 2 buildings from which to observe enemy movement. At 1100, a numerically superior enemy force attacked the platoon with rocket-propelled grenades, machine gun fire from 3 directions. During the first 15 minutes of the attack, the enemy closed to within 20 meters of the platoon, wounding many Marines on the rooftop position. After ensuring wounded platoon members received medical treatment, Lance Corporal Gomez Perez rushed in to reinforce the critical rooftop position. After enemy fire wounded one of his comrades, Lance Corporal courageously exposed himself to enemy fire to move the Marine to safety and was wounded through the right shoulder and cheek during the process. Despite his injuries, he again exposed himself to enemy fire and continued to attack the enemy with grenades and by firing his rifle with his uninjured arm. Lance Corporal Gomez Perez's fierce defense halted the determined enemy assault and enabled the evacuation of wounded Marines. By his bold leadership, wise judgment, and complete dedication to duty, Lance Corporal Gomez Perez reflected great credit upon himself, upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Navy. Next time I see you, I'm going to have a coin for you. I don't have one. I went and checked my backpack. I thought I had one, so I apologize.
I have a coin for you.
You have a coin for him. Or you'll get one of my personals. So, yeah.
Thank you. See it for you.
Get a mic.
First of all, thank you. Thank you for this time and this space. Honestly, my family knows, but for a very long time, it felt like being invisible. Completely invisible. I never even acknowledged the Silver Star as being an actual accomplishment in my life. I didn't. Because in reality, if you want to think about what happened, it is, my name is Carlos Gomez Perez, and I died 21 years ago. I didn't die physically, but like Levi mentioned, you mentioned as well, mentally. I died mentally for a very, very long time, and I didn't know how to recognize it. That we were just basically living, but not even living, just surviving, trying to pay the bills, trying to make it another day, not asking for help. Because at the end of the day, I drink the Kool-Aid. Most of us here drink the Kool-Aid, which basically means I won't ask for help. I'll figure it out. I'm feeling like crap. I'm feeling like shit. I'll figure it out. It's okay. Let me push it down. You know? And unfortunately, with that being said, you don't realize that the ones that pay the consequences and the price, it's not even me. It's the family, the ones that pay the price. And we forget to acknowledge it. We talk about the veteran suffering, yes, but guess what? You signed the contract. You knew what you were getting yourself into. But the ones that didn't sign the contract was the spouse. She didn't sign the contract. But she was there for you the whole time. Your kids didn't sign the contract. But yeah, who took the toll? Who paid the price? You know? And that's one thing that we never talk about. How PTSD we do have. I remember the first time I went to the VA and I asked for for medical attention for PTSD, and I was actually told there's no way you can give your family PTSD. It's impossible. Was also, you remember, I got back right in '04 when it happened. I was one of the maybe first original 100 guys that came back injured from combat. At that time, there was no such thing as like, okay, let's take a break and assess you mentally. They go, nope, thank you for your service, and get out. That's what happened. So then from there, I proceeded to insure the other things, made my own businesses, became an entrepreneur, did consulting, whatever I needed to do. But it wasn't until, like I said, 2 years ago that I realized I needed to change. They didn't come because I just woke up one morning, oh, I can't need help. No, I was too stubborn. We're all too stubborn to understand what's happened. You know, it wasn't until my wife basically said, I had enough. And it's true. Most of us have that person on our side that, yeah, we have been put into the ringer. You know, even though we don't want to do that, it just becomes second nature. You know? So most of my guys stopped talking to me because I paint being a veteran now completely different than what we're used to. All of us here are proud to, at one given time, to have served and have our life in the line for the country, right? But most of us try to so hard to hold on to that guy or gal or whatever that we were 20 years ago. That Marine, that SEAL guy, the Army guy, whatever, the person that saved lives. But guess what? That person no longer exists. You're no longer that person. No matter what you try, you can't be that person. Yes, it helped you shape you who you are, but when you try so hard to keep that person in front, you're basically impeding and alienating your family. Think about a school bus. Simple analogy. Think about a school bus. That guy should be in the back seat, feet propped up, margarita in one hand, just chilling. Honestly, chilling. Because the guy that should be driving the bus should be the father, the mother, the brother, whoever it is at that given time that you are. Because if things go down range, you know what that guy needs to do. He'll come forward and make things happen. You know? So, just going along the same thing that was mentioned, mental health. That's it, mental health. Everybody talks about the whole 22-day, the push-up challenge. That's not going to save my life. We all seen the guys on Facebook take their lives, unfortunately, all because we failed to call them or even knock their door down. Like I tell one more thing, like I tell my guys, 22 years ago, we were in the middle of the streets fighting IEDs, insurgents, whatever you want to do it. It was an exterior conflict that you were dealing with. But all of you here, if I were to ask you, hey, a mission cannot the pipe, but you know you couldn't handle it alone, all of you would call for REACT. Like, hey, I need help. Come get my six, right? Automatically. That's the first thing we would do. Now, fast forward 20 years. I was man enough to have you back then. How come I'm not man enough to have you back now? When now it's an internal battle. We're fighting distorted thoughts, depression, insecurities, anxiety. And we're like, well, I can't call so-and-so because little Joey over there's going to become a little woman, right? So we need to change the narrative to ensure that we're there for each other. And also try and prevent, like you mentioned, suicides that are constantly taking place. But this recognition means a lot. Like I said, it makes it so I don't feel actually invisible. It makes it like it meant something. Now that having the third medal valor highest, but that's basically where I ended at. Thank you for everything. Appreciate your time.